Hi, Harry. Today we'll meet our first little helper for working with arrays. It's called filter. Imagine you have a to-do list, and you want to go through each item and say, check it off or just read what it says.
Filter sounds like it removes things, like a water filter. Does it clean the list?
That's a great guess. Think of filter as a smart little helper that looks at everything in our magical bag, the array, and carefully selects only the things we need, leaving the rest behind.
So if we have a bag full of stuff, it helps take out only the useful things?
Exactly. Imagine a basket full of fruit, apples, bananas, lemons, pineapples. But you only want the sour ones. You ask the filter, show me just the sour fruits, and it gently puts the lemons into a new basket. That's how filter works.
So it walks through everything in the array and checks, do you meet the condition? If yes, it takes it. If not, it skips?
Right on. It asks every element a question, like a strict bouncer at the door. Do you fit the rules? If yes, come in. If not, step aside. In the end, you have a brand new bag filled only with those who passed tests.
And it doesn't touch the original bag?
No. Filter is very polite. It leaves the original completely untouched. It just creates a new list with the chosen ones.
And what if nobody fits the rules?
Then the new bag will simply be empty. That happens sometimes. Filter doesn't take it personally. It just does its job.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine we have a list of people, and we want to find only those who love chocolate. Filter goes to each person and asks, do you love chocolate? If the answer is yes, they go into the new list. If not, they stay behind. And in the end, we have a chocolate fan club list.
So it's like finding which friends want to go to the movies and making a separate group?
Exactly. Filter is like the event planner who gathers only those who said yes.
But what if I don't want all of them? I just want to find the first person who, say, is afraid of spiders.
That's where another helper comes in, find.
And what's the difference between filter and find?
They're similar, but find has a different mission. It looks for just the first match. It goes down the list asking the same question. But as soon as someone says yes, find stops and says, found them, and doesn't look further.
So filter collects everyone who fits, and find just grabs the first one?
Exactly. Picture yourself looking for a lost glove. You're not after all gloves. You want the glove. That's fine.
And what if it finds no one?
Then it returns nothing, as if to say, sorry, I looked, no luck.
So if I want to collect all that match, I use filter, and if I just want one, find?
Absolutely right. And we also have one more helper, simple but super useful, called includes.
Includes? What does that do?
It just checks. Is this item in the bag? That's all. Yes or no. Nothing more. But when you need to know if Maria is on the guest list, it's perfect.
Wow. So that's 3 different ways to work with an array. Gather all, find one, or just check if something's there.
Exactly. Now let's dive into find a little deeper and see how it helps us spot what we need quickly and calmly. All right, Harry. Now let's take a closer look at our helper called find. It's really useful when you're trying to locate a specific item in an array.
So if I have a list of people, and I want to find only the one who is, for example, a Leo by zodiac, find would suit me.
Exactly. Find goes through the list and checks each one. Do you match? As soon as it finds the first one that says yes, it immediately returns that item and stops searching. Quick and efficient.
And what if it doesn't find anyone?
Then it returns nothing. In programming, that's called undefined. It means I looked but didn't find.
So find is for when I only need one match, and I don't care about the rest?
Yes, it's a great way to search for the first match. Like in a list of orders, you might look for the first one with the status pending, or the first task that's not marked done.
But what if I just want to know whether something exists in the list? I don't care what or where.
Then you should use includes. It only asks one question. Is this value in the array? It answers yes or no. No details, nothing extra.
So it won't tell me where it is or give me the item, just yes or no.
Exactly. It's like a quick glance at the list. Say you want to know if someone bought a concert ticket. You don't need names, just a yes, great, or no, too bad.
Is includes only for strings?
No, it works with anything, numbers, strings, even Boolean values. The key is that it checks exactly what you give it. If you're searching for a capitalized word, it won't match the same word in lowercase. It's a strict comparison.
And what if I have a more complex list, like objects with names, ages, and cities? Then includes won't work.
That's right. Includes only works well with simple values, numbers, strings, etc. It doesn't know how to compare full objects. In that case, find is better because you can give a custom condition like find someone who lives in London.
So, filter is for many matches, find is for one, and includes is just to check if something is there?
Exactly. Each method has its own purpose. And if you use them wisely, your code becomes cleaner, faster, and easier to read.
Can I use includes to check if the user typed a banned word?
Yes. Let's say you have a list of banned words. You can check if the entered word is in that list. If yes, you show a warning. Fast and efficient.
And I could use find to locate the first comment that contains a certain word?
Of course. You just set a rule like find the comment that contains the word urgent, and find will go through the list until it finds the one you want. Then it returns it.
And I'd use filter if I wanted to collect all comments that contain the word question.
Exactly. Filter will gather them all and return a new list. Then you can show only those comments or work with them separately.
So I could build a smart check, like if there's even one urgent comment, use find. If there are many, use filter. If I just want to know if any exist, use includes.
Spot on. You got it right. Each method gives you the level of depth you need. Just checking, use includes. Need one specific match? Use find. Need all matches? Use filter.
Awesome. Now I get why there are so many ways. They're not the same. They complement each other.
Yes, it's like having different camera lenses. Sometimes you want a wide view, sometimes a close-up, and sometimes just a quick peek.
Thanks, James. Now I won't get confused when I need to search or check values in an array.
Perfect, Harry. We've mastered another key set of tools. And what's coming next is even more exciting. Ready to keep going? All right, Harry. We've now met three important tools: filter, find, and includes. Let's see how well you understand the difference between them.
I'll try. If I need to select only those over 18 from a list, I use filter. If I want to find the first person whose birthday is today, that's find. And if I just want to know whether someone named Victoria is on the list, then it's includes.
Excellent. Just one clarification. Includes works when the list contains simple values. For example, a list of just names. But if it's a list of objects, each with a name, age, and city, includes won't understand what you're looking for. In that case, you'll need find.
Got it. So includes is like a quick yes or no for simple things, while find can look deeper.
Exactly. Now, let's test that with a real-life example. Imagine you have a list of books. If you want to select only those published before the year 2000, you
use filter to gather all the matching ones.
And if you want to find the first book by an author named Stephen,
find, because I only need the first match.
What if you just want to know whether a book called Stars and Dust is in the list?
Then includes, if the list is just titles.
You're catching on quickly. Now imagine you're building a movie theater website. You have a list of films. Filter helps gather all movies rated above 8. Find locates the first movie starting in 30 minutes. Includes checks if Interstellar is currently showing.
That's really convenient. And I noticed the method names kind of explain themselves.
Exactly. Good observation. Filter is for filtering. Find is for finding. Includes checks if something is included. Each method does just what its name suggests. The key is knowing what kind of task you're solving.
And what if I accidentally use filter when I meant to use find?
Then you'll get an array with one item instead of the item itself. It's not a disaster, but it can be confusing. It's always best to be clear on your goal. Do you want one result, many, or just a yes/no?
I'll remember that. I see now that working with arrays isn't just looping through them. It's like learning how to ask the right kind of question.
Perfectly said. When you know what you're looking for and why, the right tool becomes obvious. These methods are like different lenses. One gives you the big picture, one focuses on a detail, and one just gives you a quick glance.
And I can use them together?
Absolutely. Sometimes you filter first, then search, then check. It's like having a conversation with your data. First you listen, then you clarify, then you respond.
I like that. I feel like I'm starting to think like a developer.
You truly are. You're no longer just learning syntax. You're learning how to work with data, how to think in terms of problems, solutions, and tools.
Thanks, James. Now these methods aren't just words. I actually know what to do with them.
I'm proud of you, Harry. And this is just the beginning. There are more tools ahead, and now you're ready to use them. And as always, I encourage you to go and practice everything we explored today, because without
practice, there's no way to get 100% results.